Ladies and gentlemen, children of all sizes and ages, welcome to the great one and only legend. I've messed up so many times, I don't know why. I've been gone for so long. Boom! We just got the 6 wins on this Mortar challenge. So, I mean, 0 losses. 0 losses. And I got the deck for you guys. So, I help you out. You help me out. Make sure to smack that like button across his big ass head. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get right into this video. 919 out of 4? Come on, Alec. You don't upgrade this. You know, we already got all the mortars. We already collected. We can't show you. But we got 50, 100, and 150. Boom, let's open this chest right up. And I'll show you some replays. We're going to get 600 gold. Boom, 6 warrior giants. 16 Ice Spirit, 3 Musketeer. We got this. We got this. Alright, we have no gems, but it's alright. We finally showing some love on Dr. Alec K's account. You know, he's going crazy. He's like, Alec K, why haven't you shown me in one of your videos? He's right here now. Alright? That's not how he talks, but whatever the case may be, let's continue this. We're going to show 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. That's the bat challenge, bruh. Sorry about the bat challenge, guys. I didn't make a video on it. I did try it on my main account. That's the one that I was going to make a video on. I went all the way to 6, 7, 8, and I lagged out on 2. No, not on 8. I went all the way to 7, lagged out on 2 matches. No, I lost the first one. Like, that was the very first match I lost, and then I went 7 in a row, and then I lagged out on my next 2 matches. I was playing on the way home. I went to travel to visit my girl, and I couldn't. I lagged out on 2 matches on the bus. So be it. It is what it is. I didn't get the bats, but it's okay. They're just common cards. As soon as they come out, boom, you know we'll have them immediately on the first day. So it doesn't even matter. I wasn't even going to use them anyway. I'm just trying to cheer myself up. I'm really crying inside. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's get right to this. This is the deck that I use. Mortar, Ice Spirit, Princess, Archers, Skeletons, Arrows, Knight, and Rocket. So this deck is going to get you... You're obviously going to go for that 1-0. You're playing a Siege deck. And you know, with siege decks, you have to most likely play defensively almost the whole game and just keep chipping at that tower while staying defensive. You want to keep control of everything that's going. And this last game is hilarious. The game before that was extremely tough. We went all the way into overtime, 14 seconds left. We were just defending. He did have a pretty expensive deck. I can't see the deck right off the bat, but yeah, as you can tell, Barbarians, Inferno Tower. For a Mortar deck, it's really expensive because he has the Royal Giant as well. That's 6 elixir, 5 elixir, 5 elixir, 3 elixir, 2 elixir, 2 elixir, 1 elixir, and then the 4 elixir for the Mortar. So, pretty expensive deck compared to my deck, which is like I think it's a 3.1, I believe. I already collected it, so I can't show you it itself. But I will have a little thingy popped up on the side to show you the deck at all times. And do it to see that. Let's watch a few gameplays. I don't really remember the first few ones because I played them so quickly and I was just trying to get through this thing so I can make a video as soon as possible. You know, those big YouTubers be dropping them videos right off the bat. Sometimes I don't even do these challenges, thank God, because that capitalizes my channel. I mean, it gets my channel to get some more views just because people are looking for these decks and I'm here to help. Alright, enough with the talking. We've already done 3 minutes of that. Let's get right into showing you this gameplay and how to use this deck. I want to give a quick shout out to Clash with Ash for actually making this deck, or I don't know if he's the one to make it. I think Woody's the one that made it, but Clash with Ash is the one that popped up on his channel. I am using his deck. I'm not going to take, you know, credit for their deck. They didn't teach me how to use it. I just kind of figured it out. I saw the deck and I was like, okay, this must work. You know, top players use it. I'll figure it out on my own. I don't want to sit there for 3 minutes, 5 minutes trying to figure out how to use it. So what I figured is you drop Knight. For this type of decks, you're going to be facing a lot of different types. In this case, you're facing some very tough decks, such as, you know, Royal Giant, which is a complete counter for your Mortar. So you're going to want to just try to chip and chip and chip. Something that I use for as main chip is that Princess. That Princess is going to take you a very long way because at the end, you're probably just going to want to rocket. You want to finish that match as soon as possible. And you want to bring that tower down so that you can rocket it as soon as possible. So with anything air, you want to use arrows, and you want to know what type of cards he has. So in the beginning, you just want to kind of test run. So usually right off the bat, I'm going to drop the Princess, just try to get a few chips in right off the bat because I know I can do that, and it'll get him to try to bring something. Since my counters are so Since my cycle is very, very fast compared to usual cycles, I'm able to figure out what he has and try to counter it as soon as possible. For Mortar, you're always going to want to use the knight and the the archers behind it. Drop the knight somewhere not next to your tower, because then you'll hit your tower as well because of the splash damage. But you're going to drop the knight enough in a distance enough that the mortar will lock onto it. You can't drop it too close because then the mortar is going to ignore the knight because it's too close to the mortar, and mortar doesn't hit anything that's too close to it. So yeah, you're going to want that mortar to lock onto your knight, and then drop the arches next to that mortar. If he places it at the bridge, if he places it somewhere along the river, then you're able to drop those arches and keep chipping off at that mortar while the mortar's still locked onto the knight. Take it out. Anything that tries to take out those troops, you're gonna, like minions. Usually they drop minions, goblin gang, goblins, even what are they called? Skeletons. So you can easily arrow that. Maybe not the skeletons. Don't arrow the skeletons. Just ignore them. Though the tower will still go down. The mortar will still go down before the skeletons are able to kill the knight anyway. Remember, the knight's not actually supposed to get to the mortar. If it does, that's great. That's fantastic. At times, because then the mortar would switch targets. So you want to drop the knight in a distant place so that it doesn't switch targets almost immediately. You want the mortar to keep being distracted by that knight. The knight is not actually supposed to hit the actual mortar. The archers are. So with Warrior Giant, you're gonna want to defend it by either just trying to like stop it. Don't drop too much elixir like how I did here. It is good because you want to stop it almost immediately. Remember, they're trying to chip at your tower too. Mortar decks are all about chipping, so don't let that happen. Right here, we're going to try to stop this Inferno Tower on the screen, but it's not really going to work. I'm not really going to go over what's actually going on the screen. I'm just trying to teach you how to play this deck in a better way. You can tell by the screen. Also, take some of the tips or some of the things that you see on the screen that are also going to help you out. See what I do to counter and see how I am going around what he's doing. So at the very end, let's fast forward this a bit. We're gonna save those arrows for those minions. You're gonna know if he has minion horde minions, stuff like that. You're gonna want to save those arrows for that type of thing. For anything like Sparky, P.E.K.K.A.s, not P.E.K.K.A.s, mini P.E.K.K.A.s, stuff like that. You're gonna want to save that rocket. Remember, elite barbarians also get taken out by rockets, balloons, prince, all those stuff. For the prince, I do play a prince deck. I'll show you a bit. Maybe I'll just show you that little piece on how to defend against it. This guy drops a prince, he drops a balloon. Good elixir trade with that rocket. I think skeletons to stop the prince from hitting the tower, and then rocket both of them at the same time. You want to get them together so you can get that elixir value. Let's see. Every time I drop the mortar, I'm trying to get that tower down at least a little bit. Most of the time, it's my princess actually hitting the tower because he doesn't see the princess as a valuable threat, unlike the mortar, obviously. At the same time, you're going to want to throw arrows at the same time that can hit the tower as well as the troops. He does see this opportunity. See, we keep arrowing. We're going to cycle really, really quick. As you can tell, he keeps dropping that Inferno Tower, and that's the biggest pain in the butt. We're at the end. We see his tower is already at 800 something, which means two rockets can take that out. He's going to try to rush us with his Warrior Giant. We're going to defend as much as we can, at least so that we can just stop that. He drops it to 244, and we hit that last rocket at 14 seconds left. We managed to take it down. That was the really close game. That was the closest game, actually, in all of this. The rest of them were pretty easy peasy. I'm going to show you this deck right here, this match. It's a pretty simple match. I believe this is not the one with the there's one with the Sparky where he kind of just quits. He doesn't quit, but he kind of, he messes up a lot. So he's just not a good player. I don't want to put him down or anything. I don't know, maybe he stumbles upon my video. He's just not, he didn't do his best, or I think he could have done way better. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep chipping with that princess as much as we can. Like I said, archers are a great counter to that Night Witch. They take it out, and they also take out the bats before anything even touches the tower. Sometimes if you place it at a good enough place, it won't even touch the archers at all. Now Mortar's going to take out everything else. That's going to give the mortar, nope, it doesn't, never mind, I'm tripping. See, the archers, sometimes they get hit, sometimes they absolutely don't even get touched. More archers are definitely the best counter for the Night Witch, and they also create a mini counter push if you're able to drop a knight in front of there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drop that knight. We're gonna defend against this little push. We managed to stop everything with just 6 elixir. He had a 3-4-2. I think that is a 2, right? What is that thing called? Little tiki. I forget its name. The Dark Goblin. I mean to say, this is what tripped me out. He drops a golem at the bridge. Who does that? I don't know who drops golems at the bridge. But he does that. He tries to drop the Night Witch. It's too late. The Golem had already popped. The bats do get a bit of damage, but double the Princess. I think we get triple the Princess right now in a bit. Yep. 3 Princesses go down. Mortar's locked onto the tower. Everything that he's dropping is he's getting super splashed by the Princess. I managed to miss the Tiki Head. That's what we're going to call him from now on. The Tiki Head we missed with the arrows. And, I mean, he does manage to create a decent little counter push. Doesn't really get to our tower. We're going to drop that Mortar defensively. We're going to drop those Skeletons to pull that Night Witch. And we're going to get those Archers to kill it off. I'm going to drop that Rocket for the win at the end. Master's Legacy loves using rockets toward the win. That's what the rocket's all about. You know, if that rocket isn't destroying a tower, that rocket ain't happy. So we're gonna keep doing that for the win every single time. And I don't have it in this one. Yeah, I did try. I didn't try with this deck, but with another deck before I found this deck, I was trying with multiple different decks, and I did try like make one of my own, and then I think I made a different one that was probably gonna work. The one that I made on my own got me to three wins on Captain, I believe, and then I tried it again on Captain, and I got all the way to 5 wins. But that's after I had traded to this deck. I got like 2 wins and 2 losses, and then I went all the way to 5 with that new deck, which is this one, and but I ended up losing the very last one. But so I'm like, this deck actually really works. So I go into Dr. Alakay and I just go ham, 6-0. After you learn how to use it, you just become really, really good. If you guys have any questions, just make sure to leave them down below, and I'll explain at my best how to use the deck. Here it is again. You guys can see it on the screen. There it is. It beats Night Witch. It beats Elite Barbarians. It beats Elite Barbarians again with Lumberjack and Graveyard. With Graveyard, all you want to do is drop those Archers in the back. And maybe the Knight. Sometimes I just use it to, like, if you don't have the Archers in time, you just want to cycle quickly through them and drop those Archers. They'll defend it pretty easily. If they drop the Elite Barbarians, you know you're gonna want to drop your Rocket, Electro Wizard, Knight, Mortar. I already told you, just drop Mortar. Just drop the Knight and the Archers if you don't happen to have those in cycle. You can always drop the Mortar and they'll just take each other out. For minions, a lot of times I did face minions or stuff like that, like minion horde, minions, stuff like that. You're gonna want to use arrows. Goblin Gang also arrows. Princess also works if you don't have the arrows in cycle. Archers also work against those. Barbarians are pretty tough to go against. Just know that you're gonna have to want to drop the Princess quite in the back. The Mortars will do a lot of damage to them, so drop that defensively and try to take those out immediately. Eventually they'll get taken out. Most people overestimate the Barbarians themselves, so they do get taken out pretty easily if you have the right splash damage for them. Any splash damage kills them. Except for Baby Dragon for some reason, but that's because they don't get distracted. They still run straight to your tower instead of getting distracted. So other than that, I think we're pretty decently good. Sorry guys that I haven't been uploading. Dr. Alakay is finally happy. He's been on a video with a 70k gold. You know, the only one that tops him is Captain with 156 or 160,000. You know, Master doesn't have anything. He has like 60. He's saving up for those minions. Level 13 soon. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I know I made this video quite long and I've been talking quite a bit, but hopefully you guys get this Mortar deck down. I hope you guys get to those 6 wins. If you are doing the Mortar challenge, I'm probably gonna start using Mortar Siege decks on my main account. Yeah, low-key, I kind of dig this type of deck, and now that I know how to use it a lot better, and this is really good practice, I can start using it more. So, I hope you guys look forward to seeing my new content coming up. I am trying to make new videos. I'm probably going to make a Brawl Stars video tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out how to record from my iPhone. I am recording right now on a Samsung, on the S7. So, by any chance, did you guys get this? Upgrade your Fireball? I have never got this until now. I've never even seen this. This is pretty cool. I mean, not worth the gems to me. Honestly, 20 Fireballs, I can buy that in the shop. Like, I can buy, for 25,000 coins, you can buy 50 rares. Why would you buy 20 rares for 160 gems? Just absolute, no, just a slap in your face if you buy that. Come on, guys. You're not that desperate to upgrade a Fireball, right? So, yeah, that's like, on my main account, that's like 5 requests. 160 gems, come on. So, yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like, please. Helps a lot. shows that you guys are appreciating my content. Thank you for the views, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a legacy.